Hey everybody, good morning, good morning. So the first little training meeting of the new year, I'm just gonna wing it. I never plan these meetings like the structure of them. We're just gonna talk and try to figure some things out, and I'll try to be as helpful as possible. And some of you can be helpful if you want to chime in, and it's totally fine. So what I think we should do is you guys have been calling enough, even you, Joy, even though you're back in MVP, you've been calling for the last year. Let's talk about the things that we hear every day that are, the biggest objections, not the ones like, hey, I moved, or hey, it's a mobile home, or hey, I just did my windows yesterday. Not those things, because there's nothing we could do about those, but the other ones. I know I do role playing a lot, and I do mock calls, and I always say in my mock calls, I always say the same couple objections. But sometimes there's a lot more than that you're experiencing on the phone that I'm not role playing with, right? So let's hear real life stuff. And I think it's a good idea. I'm looking at the list of people in this meeting, and there's an order, right? It's Aldrin, Anna, Cherry, Clyde, blah blah blah. I think let's go down in order. You don't have to spend 20 minutes talking, but I'm going to go in order, and I want to hear from you the few main things you're hearing every day. And it is in alphabetical order, actually. So, Algin, you're first. Real quick, just tell me, a couple things that you're hearing every day that
Yes,
stop
boss.
you from setting.
hmm Well, I recently I'm encountering, not interested and they are not ready. I know
Okay.
I already know how to respond to that objection, but for some reason, I got a lot of that objections that I can win.
Okay. All right. So, yeah. And here's the thing, not interested. Of course, we have a rebuttal for it, but sometimes they
hmm
truly are not interested, right?
hmm
Like for
Yeah,
real.
right.
However, most of these people, if they're on your list, they have expressed some sort of interest. Okay,
Yeah.
whether they were tricked into freaking, filling out a form, or whether we forced them when we knocked on their door. You know what I mean? Not force them, but you know what I mean, like super pressure and they just couldn't say no. A lot of the leads are those types of homeowners, right? But a lot of them do have a real interest. But anyway, okay, so I'm hearing just not interested, no problem. Anna,
Not now.
or not now. And I bet not now has been happening the last 2 months mostly, right? Or has that been
Yes,
forever?
boss. Last 2 months. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Not now is super popular November, December. So let's go down the list. Anna, and try not to say the same things if you can help it. If you can help it. If it's literally the same thing, then say it. But I'd like to hear different ones so we could try to work on them in a minute here. So Anna, what do you think?
Hi, boss.
Hey.
Yeah, it's it's the same with the Sir Aldrin that some CX would say not interested at all, and I encounter some of the CX said that they don't spoke with us because we have this on our script that um uh, a little while back you spoke with one of us about getting a prize. So yeah, they would say they didn't spoke with us and then
You're
hang
hearing
up.
that? That's correct. Okay, so that script works. It does. It just does. That's been my bread and butter for the last 10 years. Let me ask you something, real quick. Is anyone else hearing that? And also, Anna, is that any particular tab, or just in general, overall, your whole experience here? You've been hearing a lot of that because you shouldn't really hear that if you're saying it right. Let me just ask everybody, is anybody else?
Yes, boss. Yeah, good thing that
Yes,
Anna
a,
brought
a
that
lot
up.
of time.
Well,
I
I'm going to
know
be honest with you.
most.
Listen, I'm going to be honest, and please don't be offended when I
Mhm.
say this. So that little trick might work better for people with an English accent. Here's why.
Mhm.
Because when someone with, a Filipino accent, it's a
Yeah.
very, well, how do I say it? It's uncommon for them to hear your accent, right? So when I say it, they're like, all right, whatever, maybe I did speak to this guy. When you say it, you have an accent, right? So maybe they're like, I would have remembered this accent. And again, I don't mean to be, I hope this doesn't sound rude or anything, but that could be what's going on. Does that make sense?
Yes,
Yes,
Right?
boss.
Because how
yes.
often are they called, right, with a Filipino accent? Very, very, very rarely. And maybe you switch it up a little bit. Maybe if you're in the Philippines, you say something like this. You spoke to my manager a little while back. Because then how can they
Mhm,
argue with that? Because the truth is they did speak to somebody. It's not a lie. The trick is, I like to say we spoke a little while back. That works for me because I have a very common freaking accent, right? Um, so let's fix this right now. For you guys in the Philippines, maybe say something like you spoke to my manager a little while back. I don't think they're gonna um,
mhm.
argue with that because it's kind of true. No, they didn't speak to your manager, but they did speak to somebody. They just truly did. So I don't know why they would argue with that. But anyway,
Boss.
we'll talk about that in a minute, unless you want to talk about that particular one more.
Yes, boss. I noticed that objection on the DMC Soflo
Got
tab.
it. Got it. And I'll be very honest. All right, that makes sense. I'll be very honest. DMC is a cold list. It's our only
Okay.
cold list. It works beautifully. I work. Well, sorry, Isabel, you know about this, but I don't know if the rest of you know about this. I have a department inside of USA call center, right? Nothing to do with MVP, but I manage it. Um, they're killing it with DMC, right? So I say that to say this, the list is fire. It's good. However, you're right. Oh, that is a cold list and it's our only cold list. So it makes sense. Um, that they would say we never spoke because who knows, they could have bought their house yesterday. You know what I mean? They're like, I never spoke to anybody about windows, I just bought my house. So maybe I'll work on a different introduction for that list in particular. But let's move on from that because I do believe you that it's really only DMC because the rest of them, they shouldn't be saying they never, they should know what you're talking about when you mention windows for sure. um
Yes.
so give me a couple days to maybe tweak the very beginning of the script if you're calling DMC. But I'll tell you this, Call Center 2, which is the name of the call center inside USA that I manage, they're using that script for DMC and it's working. Um, the whole we spoke a little while back thing. It is working. But maybe I'll tweak it a tiny bit. So let's move on from that particular objection because I believe it is only DMC. Anything else that you're hearing a lot, guys? Or let's just go down the list. Now Ivy's on top, so I guess this is not alphabetical order, but let's go with Ivy. Let's go with Ivy.
Yeah, same as them, boss. More on not interested and not a priority right now.
Okay. All right, good. So that's definitely something I'm gonna try to address during this meeting. Cherry.
Yes, boss. They say they already have a price in mind based
Mhm.
on several estimates they've received in the past, and they're confident it's not something they can afford right now.
So this one,
I
I
mean,
love it, and I wish people would say this to me on the phone because I could kill this one. I got this one. Not interested's hard, but this one's easy, and I'm going to talk about it in a minute if you remind me. All right, let's go with Clyde. Unless Cherry, you wanted to talk more about that. Sorry.
no, boss. We can
Okay.
continue.
All right. So Clyde, what do you got for me?
Same thing, boss, and maybe the things that they can't afford it for now.
I
Yes.
love that one. I love it. I love it because I got a super good that one is pretty easy for me to work with. Unless they're just literally poor, then we don't, we can't help them anyway. All right, cool. Unless you have more to talk about, Clyde, I'm gonna keep
No,
going down the
nothing, boss.
list. Okay, Isabel, what do you got?
All right, so I did take some time off, but
Yeah,
um this was not like it's kind of, for example, like I called and then they stopped me in the middle of the script, like in the beginning, and they're
yeah.
like, "What company are you calling from?" So
Hmm.
I think I said I was calling from Loctite or something.
Okay,
But then I realized like where they are,
yeah,
they didn't do Loctite couldn't go there.
got it. Okay, so that one, let's talk about that. That's important. Well, Isabel, will you remind me in case I forget to
Yeah.
address this? I want to keep going down the list, but
Yes.
I want each of you to, if I forget to address your particular thing, and Isabel, this one's super important. I cannot forget. So please
Okay.
remind me about this at some point. So let's go with Joy. Even though you haven't been with MVP for the last year, I believe you've been calling for the last year for AHRS. So let's hear your thing.
Yes. Hi, everyone.
Hey, Joy.
Good morning, boss. So yeah, well, yeah, I've been calling for AHRS for a whole year, and for the past 2 months, before I got back here in MVP, most of the thing that I encountered is they had a lot of things going on because of the holiday season. So
Yeah,
they wanted to just wait up until the holidays are over. And
yeah,
some of them really like doesn't have or hesitant in doing the project because it's almost end of the year. So they
yeah.
decided to get a fresh quote for the
Mm.
next year. They're actually looking forward for maybe another new promotional discount that they can take advantage of
They're
for
saying
the
that
beginning
too?
of the year. Exactly, boss. And also the leads that I have with the with from AHRS, I encounter a lot of like I think they are old homeowners.
Old people?
It's not
Old people?
yes, it's not just like one time or twice that I encountered that either the spouse or the homeowner just recently had a surgery or still recovering or
Mhm.
had an emergency or something. So what I usually do with that one is I'll just apologize and understand the situation and ask politely if I can make a follow-up call in a couple of months if
Yeah.
it's better to talk to them.
Yeah, so that one, unfortunately, I got nothing for that. If they're super old, right? Like, and they got
Exactly.
physical health stuff going on, I got nothing for it. And I'm like you, I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna try to make them spend money on Windows when their husband's got dementia or something. But anyway, the two things you mentioned, Joy, I mean, the holiday thing, it's over, right? So
Yes.
I'm not too worried about that one. It happens every year. All right, let's go with Lexi and then Melissa. We'll start with Lexi.
Hi boss. Yeah, still the same with them. Always get like not ready, not interested, or some of the customer they say they will give a call back once they're ready for the estimation.
Yeah, that one's fake. When they say, I hope you all know this, when they say they're gonna give you a call back, obviously that's BS, not happening one bit. Okay, so it sounds like 90% of you are saying, not interested is the big thing, and that's always been the thing, right? All right, let's go with Melissa.
Hi, boss. Yeah, actually, it's the same. I got here, not interested. I can't
Got it.
afford. Are you a big company? Usually your price are expensive. I actually received this one last shift. I didn't call you. Actually, this I didn't call you. I was able to set this appointment yesterday.
Oh, good.
The thing is, the customer is actually nice, but
Yeah.
she can't remember that she spoke with one of us, right?
Do you remember
But
what list?
she,
Was
I
it
think
DMC
that's
or not DMC? That's all I care about.
it's not the MC boss,
Okay. All right.
but she actually remembered that someone came to their house. It's like I think flyers, giving flyers, but they're not
Yeah,
able
there's a lot
to.
of marketing. Like we are not the only
Yeah.
marketing company. People are
So
dying to get these people, you know?
so that's the thing. So and then usually they think that we are scammers, right?
Oh boy.
Where did we get their information? So those are the
Mhm.
things. And yeah, I was able to set that
All right,
um
awesome. All right,
lead
so we
yesterday.
got some good information. I'm going to share my screen real quick, just for a minute. And I'm going to actually start with what you just said, Melissa. Where did you get my information? So hold on one second. Du-du-du-du-du-du-du. All right. Everyone can see my screen in a minute now?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
boss.
boss.
Yes.
All right, so hold on one second. The very first one. How did you get my number? So the truth is, I buy leads from everywhere I freaking can. Okay? That's the truth. We don't tell them that, but just so you know, that's what's going on. There's nothing illegal about it. It's perfectly legal. It's just you don't ever want them to know that we're buying data. That conversation is not gonna go well. Yeah. So here's what I say. If they say, Jeremy, where did you get my number? Here's what I'm saying. Not exactly sure how we got your number, Melissa. It doesn't really show me exactly where, but we have a few main ways of marketing. You either filled something out on the internet, maybe we knocked on your door, maybe we mailed you something. I'm not sure. You did give it to us at some point, and then I return immediately into the script. I am not making this a topic of discussion. I'm telling them some things, and then I'm moving on immediately into the script. Right? So it would sound like this. Not exactly sure, Aldrin. It doesn't really show me that, but I know we have a few main ways of marketing. Maybe you filled something out of the internet. Maybe one of us knocked on your door at some point. Maybe we mailed you something. You
Hey,
did
boss.
do it.
Sorry to cut you out, but is it just me that Boss Jeremy's voice turned into a robot, or
Guys, can everyone hear me?
Yes, we
Yes,
can.
that's
I'm
fine.
hearing fine.
Yes, yes,
Everything's
all good.
fine, or is it robot?
Yeah,
No,
it's
it's
fine.
fine.
Okay.
oh, okay, it's
Aldrin,
Fine,
just me.
boss.
is it still robotic?
Yeah,
No.
for me.
It is, huh?
Don't worry, boss. I'll fix it.
I don't know what to do about that, my brother. I'm gonna continue though, okay? And the
Maybe
Oh
meeting's
yeah.
recording. The
maybe he
meeting's
tries to leave
recording,
and come
okay?
back in.
Yeah.
Yep.
It is being recorded. I'll put it on YouTube. Anyway, not sure, Aldrin, how we got your number. It doesn't really show me that information. We do have a few main ways of marketing. You either filled something out on the internet or maybe we knocked on your door, but you did give it to us at some point. But the reason I'm calling you now is because blah, 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 blah. Okay, right back into the script. You absolutely do not pause and hear their answer and you remember that, right? Nothing like that. You're saying it and you're moving on immediately. All right, Isabel, I feel like you had one. I asked you to remind me, and this is why.
The one of like they asked me for the company name right away.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So I'm trying my best now to label the specific tabs with the, the location. It's usually going to be about location, guys. So South Florida, which is most of the stuff we're calling. Let's talk about South Florida for a minute. Now you have options. You have options. You have many options. Um, how do I word this in a way that makes the most sense? So, who goes to South Florida? Loctite goes to South Florida. Reese even goes to South Florida. That might shock you. USA goes to South Florida. Prestige goes to South Florida. BPC goes to South Florida. So, South Florida, we have many, many, many options. As you know, I have my favorites, which are Loctite and USA. Okay? So in South Florida, you're not going to say the wrong answer if you say Loctite or USA, unless it's a condo. Okay? If it's a tall condo, Loctite can't go. Okay? They don't do condos over the second floor. So let's say I'm calling a lead and they immediately say, Jeremy, where the hell what company? You're saying the window and roofing company. What company? I'm gonna look at what tab I'm in. If it's on the West Coast tab, which specifically says West Coast, I'm Reese. I'm Jeremy with Reese Windows. Why? Because they're the only company right now that we deal with that goes to the West Coast. Okay, so I'm Reese Windows. If the tab says West Coast. If it's a South Florida tab, in my head, I know I'm about to say, probably Loctite, Loctite or USA. You're not going to be wrong if you give USA a lead that, for 20 windows and 5 doors, right? Does Jeremy want you to give it to Loctite? Yeah, I do, because I think they're a little bit better, to be honest. But there's nothing bad's going to happen if you give it a USA, okay? Um, Nothing terrible is going to happen if you gave it to Prestige, right? They're, I love Prestige, but they're not doing good right now. Okay, so I would never want you to do that. I'm just saying, in South Florida, that's where all these companies were born, in South Florida, right? That's where all their main headquarters are. Even Reese, okay? They have a big office in South Florida. That's where I live. That's where Isabel lives. All right. Um, where else? Where else do we have a let me ask you guys this, all of you. Um, so what trips you up the most when it comes to who to give it to? Like, does anybody not fully understand the system we have on where to give your leads? And Isabel, did I kind of answer your question a little bit, by the way?
Yes, you did.
Are you sure? I'm very tired today. That's why I'm not using my camera. My brain's not working at 100%. I tried to explain it well.
Yeah, yeah, you did. And I also
Yeah.
like what I kind of used like last time too. I was like, oh, like it was in the spot, so I kind of just told the truth. I was like, we're a marketing company, so we work with, I kind of just said the truth.
And that's okay to say when you are caught totally off guard and you
Yeah.
don't know the answer, right? Like, let's say, for example, which is unlikely, I don't know, you have no idea where this person lives. You literally don't know who you're giving it to. You could be honest. Or Cherry did this the other day and it was great. Let's say you make a mistake, guys. Let's say you said, yeah, I'm with Loctite. And then you find out it's the sixth floor condo. He's on the sixth floor. You could be honest and say, you know what? I think I'm going to give you to one of our partners, USA. And if they go, what the hell? I thought you were Loctite. Be honest. Well, sir, I work for a marketing company. Okay. And blah, 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 blah. You're not doing a bad thing by working for a marketing company. You don't want to say that unless you absolutely need
Of
to,
course.
because
Yeah.
the problem with that is they think they're paying extra, which is not the truth. It's not the truth. Um, Isabel, did I answer that question
Yes, you did.
in a good way? Okay. Does
Yeah.
everybody else, especially the people in the Philippines, because you might not know what the hell West Palm Beach is, right? You might not know where Fort Myers is because you don't live here. Are you guys kind of understanding where leads go and why they would go there? I know
Yes,
some of you
boss.
do very well. Cherry, I'm going to put you on the spot here. I feel like you still kind of or I'm sorry, not, you know, it's not that you don't know where to give leads to, but I feel like sometimes you're confused on where to give certain leads and stuff like that. Am I wrong? Am I right?
That's not true, boss.
Oh, sorry. Okay, okay. My bad, my bad. All right. Anyone else confused on where to give leads to? Like who should get Tampa? Who should get Fort Myers? Who should get West Palm Beach? Who should get Orlando? Anyone confused? And if you are, don't worry. That's the point of this meeting.
Me, sir.
Go
It's me,
ahead. Let's hear
Lexi.
it. Let's hear it. So, which park, if you got a lead in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, right now, it says Fort Lauderdale, which is in South Florida, and it's for 20 windows, 5 doors. Who do you think you're going to give it to? Or are you completely lost and you're going to ask your manager? Which is fine. Anything you say is fine.
Um,
That's the point of this meeting.
Sometimes I will ask Miss Sherry about this, boss, but um, during the call, I am always searching the address on the Google
And
for
why
me
do you do
to
that?
recognize,
Why do you do that? Let me ask you.
for me to address if what company.
And when you look at the house in Google, what are you looking for?
No,
Like, what
sir,
about
just
Google tells you what company? I want to know. Now,
no, boss. Just only the like for example, the city. Let's go here.
the city. Okay.
Yeah,
But let me give
the
you a hint.
Cape Coral. Yeah, the Cape Coral city. So I'm going to search is what county is the Cape Coral?
Got it. But
Just
let me
like
ask
that.
you a question.
Yeah.
Cape Coral, for example, you're really looking at a lead right now, right? That says Cape Coral.
Mm,
Now, what does the tab say?
West Coast.
Okay, it's on the West Coast. Now, what does it say on the very top of this sheet? The very top of the sheet. I made a header. What does it say?
Mm, Uh, it's from Reese.
No, it's not from Reese. It's not from Reese. It says give it to Reese. Something like
Oh
that. I'm not
yes,
looking at
yes,
it.
yes, yes,
There you
yes.
go. So
Yeah,
West Coast goes to Reese. And I understand
Reese. Yeah.
that could be hard to remember. So I literally wrote it on top. Okay. So West Coast needs to go to Reese. Now, however, if it's roofing, at this moment, we're screwed. We don't have a roofer on the West Coast. No big deal. But if it's windows and doors, it goes to Reese. Okay, so there's no need. If you want to
Yes.
look, I look up addresses, but not for the reason you do. That's why I was asking, why are you looking at the address? If you're looking it up on Google to see if it's a condominium or a mobile home, that's great. But I'm trying to make it so you don't need to worry about where it is. You know what I mean? Like I literally wrote it on top. Let me ask you a question. Did my screen switch over to the new thing I just clicked? Sometimes it doesn't.
Yes,
Yes,
boss.
boss.
Okay, good. So look, West Coast, there would be absolutely no reason for me to wonder who I'm giving this to. Why? Because it says it right here. Must go to Reese. Says it right here. FF SoFlo, guys. I know where I'm giving this stuff to. Unless it's a condo, I'm giving it to Loctite right now. Now, I understand sometimes I ask for a USA push. I get that, right? There's never a crazy wrong answer where you're going to be fired if you accidentally give it to USA if they could take it, right? So it's not that serious. When I ask for a push, yeah, it's because I want to keep all my vendors happy, right? But generally speaking, on this list, SoFlo, it means South Florida. That's what SoFlo means. I don't know if you know that. It's perfect for Loctite. Okay, so I know if I get a lead on this list, FF SoFlo, it's going to Loctite unless it's a very tall condo, or unless he's over the second floor, right? Even TBS, whatever, it says SoFlo, right? Don't worry about the TBS thing. It says SoFlo, so I know that's the exact same coverage area as FF SoFlo. This is still going to Loctite. Now on this sheet, which I'm going to do on FF SoFlo, I put in a code that highlights suspected condominiums, right? If it has the word unit in it, I made it highlighted green. This one should be green too, actually. But do you see what I did there?
Yes, boss.
Yes,
Yes,
boss.
Everyone
boss.
sees that? If it's highlighted green, it's most likely a condo and you should start thinking USA, right? I did that to help you guys, and it's my fault for not even explaining it. But does that make sense to everybody?
Yes, boss.
Here, let me break it down. Any tab that has the word SoFlo in it, you should be automatically thinking Loctite unless it's a condominium. Okay? Now, again, sometimes I do ask for a push for USA. If I happen to do that, by the way, it only means for a couple days. It does not mean forever. You know what I mean? Just I'm asking for like a weekly, load up for USA to keep them off my back because all these companies beg me for leads, by the way. Anyway, so again, DMC SoFlo, who's that going to if it's not green, guys? Generally speaking, Loctite.
Loctite.
If it's a condominium, you're gonna want to give it to USA, right? If let's say you get something on here that's for water filtration, who's it going to? Trick question because it's a new thing. Who's it going to? Water filtration in South Florida.
One
One
nation,
Nation.
boss.
One Nation. Okay, kitchen and bed. This is gonna trip you up, and it's even confusing for me because I haven't figured out the perfect formula yet. Kitchen and bath, full remodel, South Florida. Who's popping in your head?
One Nation.
USA.
For me,
Yeah, and there's
USA.
no wrong answer.
USA,
Look, there's no wrong
USA, and One
answer
Nation.
there. There's no wrong answer there because I haven't made it clear to you guys yet because I'm trying to figure it out, and this is going to confuse you even more. You ready for this? Who remembers Magic City?
I do, boss.
Okay, Magic City, we're bringing them back on, and believe it or not, they might be our main kitchen and bath company. I'll tell you this, it's not USA, guys. I'm not saying don't give them kitchen and bath because I haven't figured it out yet who's the best at selling it. I'm just giving you my thoughts. I don't think it's going to be USA. Again, if you gave them a kitchen and bath lead today in South Florida, I'm going to say good job. I'm not going to say how dare you, right? Because I haven't figured it out yet. But I'm bringing back Magic City, guys. Okay?
Boss,
You're
quick
getting,
question.
yes.
Um, are they the contractor that can do roofing even if it has a, open insurance claim? Are
Who?
they the one
No, you're
that?
thinking of that West Coast company we had for 5 seconds, Magnum, but they were
Oh,
terrible,
yeah, Magnum.
terrible, terrible, terrible. So I fired them immediately. They were terrible. Um, so no. But guys, let me not confuse you with the kitchen thing. That'll be a whole nother meeting. Let me stop talking about kitchen. But water filtration in South Florida is One Nation renovation. Okay. All right. The not interested thing. It's a hard one, guys, because when they say it, they cut you off and almost hang up on you. I get that. I understand. And there's nothing we could do about the people who hang up on us after they say not interested. Let's talk about the money thing first, because that's way easier for me. I have a pretty good success rate with the, oh, I don't think I can afford it. I forgot which one of you said it, but it doesn't matter. Here's what I say. I'm not even going to look at my rebuttals. I'm just going to say it from my brain. So let's say, Aldrin, you told me, no, I don't think I can afford it, man. I don't think I can afford it. I've gotten other quotes from big companies. I don't think I can afford it. Well, Aldrin, let me tell you, these big companies are super expensive. They're good companies, right? They're not bad companies, but they're so big that they have to be expensive. We're not small. We're not huge. We're somewhere in the middle. Okay. So we come in very competitive. We want to earn your business with a really good price. Okay. And even if you're not ready right now, let me explain something, Aldrin. We do about 50 of these free estimates every single day. We know not everybody's going to sign a contract. Okay. We're totally all right with that because we're very confident in our pricing, in our reputation, in our quality of work, that you'll be impressed, okay? And when you are ready to move forward, if you are ready, we think you'll give us a ring back, okay? So we would still like to come out there tonight and get you that free quote. Now remember, we're doing a discount and you'll be able to lock in that low rate for 12 months. Okay, so no one's gonna pressure you into signing a contract tonight like those big companies. We don't do that stuff. Guys, it's all about the way you say it. I think a lot of you who get hung up on and just immediate not interested, I think it has a lot to do with your tonality. Okay, the way we say things, the way we say things. It's so important. Like the fluctuation in your voice. But anyway, I'm not gonna get into that right now. But did everyone understand my little rebuttal for, not now or I can't afford it? Want me to say it again? I know I speak quickly sometimes.
All good, boss.
Yes, boss, we got it.
All
Okay.
good.
All good.
All right, cool.
Understood.
Throw another one at me, guys. I do have a terrible short-term memory. Give me some other stuff. Oh, not interested. Yeah, that's a tough one. Because there's no real thing. It's just not interested. I like to say something like this. Well, and this won't work on DMC, by the way. But on the other ones, I would say something like, well, when we originally spoke to you, right, you seemed interested. Okay, what changed? And then you get the real answer. Hopefully, if they don't just hang up, which they will do. You want to find the real answer, because not interested is not a real answer. That could be a million different things. So you want to somehow get to what's the real reason you're not interested. Is it money? Is it you don't have the time? Pull it out of them. You got to ask questions, okay? You got to ask questions to get to the true objection. Not interested is just a facade. All right? And I'm not saying, look, it's a tough one, guys, when they just say not interested. I'm not even the best at that one. Where my strength is making them interested with my hook. And I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. My strength has always been this. Making them interested by saying this perfectly. Did my screen switch over?
Yes, boss.
All right.
Yes, boss.
Yes.
So
Yes.
look, I'll be honest with you. I'm not the best at fixing I'm not interested. I'm just not. My strength is making so many damn calls when I call. My strength is making so many damn calls and saying this so great that they kind of give me a better response and they don't say not interested. They still do to me. But I've always been successful, smashing this part. So not interested, I guess my best thing would be saying, well, Joy, let me ask you something. When you originally spoke to our company, you seemed interested, right? What happened? I mean, is it money? Do you think it's going to be super expensive? You just don't have any time? Would you put it on the back burner? I don't know if that little saying is popular in the Philippines. Probably not. Put it on the back burner. What it means is I put it off. I put it off. It's not a priority right now. You got to get the truth out because then you can rebuttal it appropriately. Does this make sense?
Yes,
Yes,
boss.
Yes,
boss.
boss.
All right, awesome. All right, anything else that I forgot to mention about, the things you guys were telling me? Wasn't there a few?
I
I
think
know, not
Cherry had one.
interested. What was it?
I think Cherry had one, but I don't remember which one.
Oh,
hers-
Cherry, what was yours that I probably asked you to remind me about?
No, it's the same thing, boss. The
No
not
money?
right now. The no money budget
Yeah.
thing.
No money is great, and I love hearing that because guess what? You don't need money for this quote. The quote's free. So here it is, right? I love this paragraph, guys. I love this paragraph. It turns a lot of I don't know, I can't afford it into fine. Come on out. I'm not buying shit, but you can come out. Here it is. So it sounds like Isabel, or it sounds like Cherry, that you would love to have new windows. It's just, you're not ready right now. I got it, no problem. We do about 50 of these a day, okay? We know not everybody's ready to sign a contract when we come out to give you the price. We're totally okay with that. Our quotes are good for a year, Cherry, and we're confident based on our price, our reputation, the quality, that you will choose us when it is time to do the work. So we would still like to get out there and get you a quote at a discount tonight or tomorrow, or whatever. Again, you can hold on to it till you're ready. I promise you guys, if you could practice this, it's gonna turn a lot of your no thanks into a fine whatever. Come on out, Jerry. Send your guy out. All right. Let's role play a little bit. By the way, the meeting's almost over. We'll end at right around 10. Um, let's go with Isabel. Isabel, hit me with something. Don't make it impossible because I can't fix the impossible things like you live in a mobile home where you just did your windows and roof yesterday.
Okay.
All right, give me a little hello, and I'm gonna be Jeremy.
Hello.
Hey, good morning, Miss Santori. It's Jeremy again with the Window and Roofing Company. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, and I'll be super duper quick. I'm sure you're busy. Reason for my call, Isabel, a little while back, you spoke to one of us about getting a price on your windows, maybe even your roofing. I'm calling you now because we're doing a pretty serious discount for the end. Oh, I'm sorry, it's the new year. For the new year, we're doing a New Year special. And they wanted to get you a price they say you're going to absolutely love. There is no obligation to buy anything, and it's good for a whole year. But we'd love to get out there maybe tonight, 5, 6, or 7.
No, I'm not really interested, like I just they're just too expensive.
Got it. I'm actually going to pretend you didn't give me the truth because most of them don't. They'll
Oh,
just say, no, no, not interested. So I'm
no,
going to
I'm not
pretend,
interested.
yeah, not interested. Well, let me ask you something, Miss Santori. When we did speak, I don't know if it was me that you spoke to, but when you spoke to our company, you seemed kind of interested. What happened? Did you kind of put it on the back burner for now?
I would love to have windows, everyone would love to have impact windows in their home, but they're very pricey.
Got it. You got
What
scared
it
away
is.
by one of them big companies, didn't you? I hear it all the time, Miss Santori. That's so funny. Well, let me explain something. I mean, we're not a small company, but we're not one of those big companies, okay? They're great, but they have to charge a lot of money, to stay in business. We purposely come in super competitive, okay? So, I mean, sounds like, and you said it, you'd love to have windows. If only they were free, right? Why don't we get you a price at our price, okay? I really do think you'll love it. And even if you're not ready right now, I mean, you can hold on to our price for a year and we'll lock in our discount for you, okay? You think that would work? Maybe
The
tonight,
thing
five,
is,
six,
I've
seven?
had a couple companies here and it's just also like I sit and it's like a 4 hour every
4
time.
hours. Oh my God. Yeah, so look, these appointments do take some time, okay? I mean, we're pretty thorough. Watch, I'm gonna scroll down, by the way, to this actual rebuttal. Not that I need to read it, but just so you guys can read it yourself. Um, and I'm probably not gonna read this verbatim. I like to just go from my brain. But anyway, yeah, no, 4 hours, yeah, it sounds crazy. But I mean, we're not going to take 4 hours, okay? But we do want to be thorough. We want to show you different designs, different styles, answer any questions that you have, talk to you about our New Year discount, of course. So, I mean, typically it takes about an hour and a half. So if we did get there at 5 tonight, we'd probably be out of there by 6:30. You won't be bored, I promise.
Today won't really work though. What about maybe tomorrow?
Got it, got it. What's your schedule looking like tomorrow?
We could do it at 9 a.m.
No, a little early for us. Can we do 10?
Sure, we can.
Okay, got it. So if we got there at 10, we'd be wrapping up around 11:30. Real quick, is this for windows or roofing, Miss Santori?
For windows and doors.
Got it. And if you had to guess, you don't have to get up and count, but how many windows and doors are we going to come look at?
10 windows and 3 doors. No,
Mhm.
1 door and then 2 sliding glass doors.
Yeah, totally fine. Totally fine. Okay, and the address I have here, 123 Sesame Street in Hollywood. Is that right?
Correct.
Okay, and is this a single family home, a mobile home, a condominium? What type of house?
This is a single family home.
Got it. And not trying to be nosy or anything, but is there a Mr. Santori? Just asking, because we would want everyone to be there to hear about the discounts and stuff like that.
No.
Okay. All right.
Just
Anyone
me,
else?
myself, and I.
Got it. All three of you. That sounds great. Anyone else that should be there that you normally like talk to these sort of things about, just in case you absolutely loved everything and had like a bunch of questions, like a
No,
brother,
just
sister,
me.
family member, anything like that?
Just me.
Got it. Got it. Got it. Sounds good. Um, any questions for me, ma'am?
No, I think we got everything.
All right. So what I'm going to do real quick, I'm going to transfer you over to my confirmer. Okay. They're just going to go over your details. Please don't hang up. I'm going to merge you over real quick. Okay. Over
Okay.
at Loctite Windows. Okay.
Okay.
And by the way, I made sure to throw in the name, even though she didn't ask. I want to throw in the name. I want to throw in the name so there's no confusion because what's been happening for some reason, a little bit, it kind of chilled out a little bit, but we'll send our company out there, and then the owner of the company we send says, "Hey, Jeremy, did you give this to two companies? Because so and so is here too." And I'm like, "No, I didn't." And I don't know why that's happening, but please, once you know who you're giving this lead to, please say it to them so there's no confusion, okay? And they don't think we're some other company. Please, okay?
Yes.
All right, does anybody else want to hit me with a hard um objection and rebuttal conversation, and I think we'll wrap up. We got 3 minutes. Let's use it. Nobody, huh? All right, no big deal. Is
Boss,
there
I
anything?
think it is. Yeah.
Huh?
Can you just give us some sample of this script for water filtration?
Yeah, I
Remember?
will. Yeah, I will. Okay, so Aldrin, I want you to be Aldrin, the homeowner. I'm Jeremy. I want you to say
All
you
right.
just everything I say. I want you to say I just. Oh my God, I just did that a week ago until I get to water. And I'll be honest with you.
Okay.
I do have a script for water, but I am not going to be looking at it right now at all. I'm just going to be running my mouth, okay? And that's what I'm really good at. So let's do
Okay.
that.
All right.
Hey, super good morning, Aldrin. It's Jeremy again with the Window and Roofing Company. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good, man. Yeah, I'm just reaching back out to you. I know you're busy. I'll be quick. A little while back, we spoke about getting your price on Windows Roofing, blah, 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 blah. Could we come out there tonight at 6?
Hey man, I just did all my windows just a couple months ago,
Oh my
and I
God.
also did my roof.
Well, hold on. I want you to just say the Windows part because I want it to be very
Mhm.
clear. We try for roofing before water. Okay? Because the reason for it, it's a very small ticket price, and we want roofing before
Mhm.
water. But anyway, oh man, you just did your windows. Awesome. Did you do all of them or just a section, Algin?
All of them.
Got it. And what are the chances your roof's falling apart, man? How old's your roof?
I just did my roof 5 years ago.
Oh, wow, 5 years ago, so it's still very healthy. So look, we're a full service company. We do kitchen, bathroom, and water filtration. Um, so with the water, it's really cool because we come out, we test your water for free. And trust me, you're not gonna like when you see, in most cases, I'm sure you know how bad Florida water is. It's been all over the news. So we'll test your water for free. And then we could show you how affordable this is. Uh, Trust me, it is nothing like the cost of windows and roofing, okay? It's super duper affordable. And of course, just like everything we offer, there is no obligation to buy anything at all. Um, uh, so if you had to,
Sounds interesting.
between kitchen and water filtration, I mean, which one do you think would be next on the to-do list?
I think I will go with the water filtration.
Gotcha,
That
man. I
sounds
mean,
interesting.
yeah, we could come out. It's not a long visit either. It's nothing like this roof thing. It's very, very, simple. We come out and test it. We could do that tonight at 6 if you want to.
Sure, yeah. I will be free tonight at 6.
And that's it, guys. And then it's the regular qualifying stuff. Nothing's different. We still need both people there, you know. No mobile homes probably, even though that doesn't make any sense to me because it's not any structural stuff. But stay away from mobile homes. Anyway, condos, I don't think it would be a big deal because it's not a structural thing. Although, you know what? Stay away from condos because yeah, stay away from condos. Just make sure it's a single family home in South Florida for water. Now, guys, it's a very simple pitch and it's a very affordable product in real life. It really is. Instead of 25K, 50K, right? It's like 8,000. And no one just pays that up front. They can, but most of the time it's a very affordable monthly payment. Okay. Um, and it's truly a good product. People in Florida actually really need this stuff. Okay. Um, so the difference, so look, I want you guys to think about windows and roofing as our main products, guys, because it is. I want you to think about water and kitchen and bathroom model as our little fallback products. Meaning, if they already did our two main things, I want you to focus on kitchen and bath, which is one service, and then water. And notice how I grouped it in the same sentence with Aldrin. Okay. I don't think you want to go down a list and, pitch each product separately. I want you to throw in kitchen and water, kind of at the same time, like I did with Aldrin, and let them say which one makes more sense to them. And I'll back up. Well, oh wow, you just did your roof. Awesome, man. Well, we're a full service company, okay? We're doing something really cool. We have a program for kitchen remodeling and also water filtration. When's the last time you got your water tested? Right? So I'm like grouping it in the same sentence as opposed to, running down a list, right? Just keep running down a list of products we offer. We don't want to, I think we want to
Hey,
avoid.
boss.
Yes.
Just to confirm, for One Nation, is it the same with USA? It should be full kitchen, full bathroom
Correct.
renovation.
Great question. And yes, we're staying away from that little refacing thing. We don't
But what
want.
about the flooring? I saw a flooring thing on the
So One Nation does do flooring. Just make sure it's for their whole, they don't want any tiny flooring jobs. Put it that way.
okay.
They don't want to just do their little tiny bathroom floor. They don't want to do that. They want a full flooring job.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And for One Nation, boss, is it okay to do mobile home for kitchen, bathroom, and water
No, no, no,
filtration?
no. Stay away from mobile homes
Okay.
forever. The reason is mobile homes are very, 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 very cheap, and our products are not very, 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 very cheap. And no one wants to spend 30% of their home's value on their floor. You know what I mean? Or,
Gotcha.
it's not for mobile homes. It's just not.
Okay.
Okay.
All clear, boss.
Does everybody understand that? And we'll talk more about the kitchen and water thing, because I know at least the water thing is very new to all of us. I'm excited about it for 2026. Just please understand, never offer that first, guys. In this order is what I want to sell. In this order. Windows. Windows and doors. That's one thing. Windows and doors. Roofing. And then I think kitchen and bath. And then I think water. Water might be easier than kitchen and bath. But, we want to make the most money. Kitchen and bath is way more expensive than this water deal. Okay. So for now, because I don't have our CRM set up with Magic City, I want you to continue giving kitchen and bath to USA and One Nation, whatever you want. I don't care. Okay, as long as it's in South Florida, because they don't do, neither of those companies are going to do kitchen on the West Coast. And then we'll talk maybe next week about Magic City. And remember, they are only for kitchen and bath. Magic City
Hey,
is only for.
boss, one more thing. USA go to Orlando, right? So
They
if we
absolutely do.
get a kitchen, bathroom in Orlando,
It's a great question. I think the
US.
answer is no, unfortunately,
They
buddy.
don't have they don't
Yeah.
have kitchen
Oh,
and bathroom in
Yeah,
Orlando.
I don't think
okay.
the answer is no for kitchen and bath, and they don't even. I'll be honest with you. I don't want to confuse you guys, but well, I'm going to say it anyway because you need to know. USA doesn't even love roofing in Orlando, by the way. Don't worry about that. If you ever have questions about that, luckily you have a manager. To keep things very simple, back to Lexi and everybody. But what I was talking to Lexi about, to keep things very simple, and I'm going to share my screen again. We're going to look at the leads that you guys are calling. We're going to test you guys real quick. TBS SoFlo. Roger Tillman, he wants 20 windows and 5 freaking doors. Where is this going?
For me, USA. It has
Why?
9C.
Yep, smart man. 9C is some sort of weird indication that this is some sort of building or condo or something. So you're right, dude. That's exactly what I would say too. If he called me out on the spot real quick and said, what company are you with? Because of this 9C, I'm gonna say USA. 100% right. Okay. Real quick, and I don't want to hear from Aldrin, no offense, but I want to hear from someone who I don't think is gonna know the answer. This one, real quick. Jason Krishka. It's a shingle roof right here in Boca Raton. Who's it going to? Ivy.
Loctite.
Okay. Why? Because it's in South Florida and it's a roof.
Yes, and it's a single family home.
You
I
think it is. It still could be a condo, by the way. You would still need to ask that question, but most likely it is because there's no, it doesn't say anything.
number.
Yeah. All right. MM SoFlo. Let's click a random lead. Angel Abrego. Lexi, who are you giving this to? Take your time. Think. It's okay.
Sir, hold on. Oh, it's Loctite
Yep. Why?
because it's in Miami.
Which is in South Florida, right?
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Random, random, random. Oh, fuck. I wanted to trick you. Lexi, who's this going to? Look at the tab I just clicked, by the way. And it's Windows. Let's say it's Windows.
Reese.
Yep. All right. Real quick. I get this guy, Lee James Middleton. Shingle Roof. Clyde, who's it going to?
I believe it's still Reese, boss.
It's not. Reese does not do roofing.
Prestige,
I don't know
Prestige.
what. None of them. Nobody. We can't help them. I'll tell you why. Unfortunately, at this very second, and don't worry, I'm going to fix this soon. We cannot do roofing on the West Coast this very second. Okay? So if you got this leak
Okay.
today, you're telling them, oh, I'm so sorry, man. And you're going to click this as unable to cover or whatever the hell.
Okay. Okay.
Writing no roof on West as of, and then put the date, right? So we can always hit that back as soon as we get our West Coast roofer, okay? I tricked you on purpose,
Okay.
but don't feel bad. All right, RP. This one's confusing. This one's very confusing. Real quick, let's see Aldrin. Aldrin might get this. You've been around a long time. Aldrin Baker, look at his phone number. It's Windows and
Yes, boss.
roofing. Where's this going?
Loctite.
Why?
954.
954.
954 is a good indication, guys, that he lives in Broward County, right? It's a good indication. Now, people move all the time. Watch, here's an example. We know this list right here is South Florida, but watch this. I bet it has some West Coast area codes. Watch this. Hold on. Yeah, 516, that's New York. That's where I grew up in Long Island, New York. So area codes aren't they're not the final thing, right? It's just giving you a hint. That's all it's doing. Giving you a hint, guys, okay? Let me reorganize this shit. It's giving you a hint, right? Now, real quick, let me find this one. Aldrin, or anybody. Axe, 941-661-1675. Where do you think this is going? It's for Windows.
Reese.
I would definitely say Reese. 941 is I don't even know where. I think it's in it's definitely on the west. It's definitely on the west. So whoever said that is correct. That's exactly who I would be giving this to. 941 is definitely a West Coast number. Now look, this
It's a
dude.
Sarasota, Bradenton, and North.
Yeah. Now the truth is, this dude could live in Miami, right? It's not unlikely to have maybe he moved,
Mhm.
right? That's why you need to ask for his address. But you have some sort of hint. You have some sort of hint, guys. Okay. Now, yeah, 239 is definitely a West Coast area code. Again, it's not the final thing. This dude could live next to me in Fort Lauderdale. Who knows? You got to get his address, but it's going to give you a little hint, right?
But
And this,
hey, boss. But for me, if I will dial the RP list. Oh, okay. So it doesn't say Soflo. All
not
right.
on
Yeah.
all of them. Not on all of them. Not on all.
Okay.
Yeah. unfortunately. Don't worry about this list. I put it on here because I forgot about it, and I just want to kill it. There's leads in here. There's money on here. These are not old leads. There's a lot of them, guys. I really want to get leads off this. And since I have you guys on the phone here, I really want to get leads off DMC because it's a very promising lead source. I could get a lot of them. The guy is so nice. I could target exactly where I want. I'm not saying only call this stuff, but I'm just saying please, know that I want to see DMC because it makes me feel like I'm not wasting my money. I spent a lot of money on those. It's the truth. I just want to make my money back, if I'm being honest. Yeah,
Boss,
so
just to clear one more thing.
sure.
For Port St. Lucie, still USA and Loctite will be the best contractor for that area.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
What
For-
about Martin?
Where?
Martin?
Margate?
Yep.
Margate's just Broward, man. That's no big
No,
deal
no,
at all.
Martin.
I don't know what you're saying. I'm so sorry.
West Palm Beach, on the middle of West Palm Beach and Port St. Lucie.
I still.
Martin County.
Oh, Martin
County.
County. Oh,
Yes.
Martin County's a weird spot. Let's see. Let me Google it. I always forget about Martin County. I always forget about Martin County. Where the hell is Martin County? Right there, huh? Martin County.
I feel like USA could go there.
Yeah. Ooh, okay. So it's right next to Lake Okeechobee. Martin County. I don't know why. I want to see the names. Hold on one second. The hell's going on here?
Go to search.
Yeah.
and
Oh, there we go. All right, Martin County. Where the hell is Martin County? It is right over here. It's like right over here. Yeah, that's totally fine because it's below Port St. Lucie. So yeah, that's no
Yes.
big deal. That's still USA and Loctite.
Loctite. Okay.
Yep. Yeah. So when you get up here, guys, it's where it starts getting tricky. When you get up here and above. Right? So this is Orlando. We know that's fine for USA over here. And it's fine for Prestige. And it's fine for Reese. But between, this area, it's very tricky, guys. It's very tricky. Because it's like a kind of a dead zone. People love Orlando. People love South Florida. But this stretch right here is a little difficult between like Port St. Lucie and up here where it says Orlando. So for those ones, I don't even freaking know. When I get one, I have to sit down and think and start texting these companies. So don't worry. Continue doing what you're doing. Ask your manager, ask me, whatever you got to do. Okay? And just so you guys know, this is whenever I say West Coast, guys, I'm talking about where my cursor is right now. West Coast, the left side of Florida. If you get a lead on the left or west side of Florida, you think Reese. If it's roofing, you think shit. I can't do anything with it for now. Okay? When I say South Florida, guys, I'm talking about this. Right? It's really technically Southeast Florida, but no one says that. We just call it South Florida. Right? Can you see my cursor?
Boss.
Yes,
Okay.
boss.
Here's a dead zone,
Yes.
guys. When you guys talk about Key West, oh my God, one of you asked me about Key West. Guess where that is? It's right here. No one goes there. That's why it's so ridiculous. Unless this dude said, I'm 100% going to buy windows, 100%, you're not going to waste your time. No one's driving this 7-mile bridge. It takes forever. No one's going there, okay? Over here, there's no houses. It's dead. Over here in the center, surrounding the lake, it's very difficult, guys. It's a very difficult area because it's like very rural. We like very populated cities, okay? Okay, we don't go up here, by the way. We're gonna go to Jacksonville soon, but I don't know if you can still see my cursor, but this imaginary line I'm drawing right here, we're not going, okay? We're not going above it, I mean, okay? So when you hear Orlando, it's right here. I want you to think USA. If it's Windows, I want you to think Reese. Prestige also goes to this area. Tampa, all this stuff right here is Reese, 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 as long as it's Windows. Reese has got the left side locked down for us. South Florida, you have many options, but my favorite is Loctite or USA. All right, let's wrap this up, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank
All
you,
right, boss.
boss.
Thank you.
All right, bye,
Thank
guys.
you,
I'll put this
boss.
on YouTube later on. You don't have to watch it, but just in case, I spoke too quickly or whatever, okay?
Perfect.
All right, bye-bye.
All right.
Bye.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, boss. Thank you.
You're welcome.